Hello there everybody, and welcome back to an abandoned island. We've got lots of cool plans for today. The first thing I want to work towards, and I really do mean the very first thing, is getting towers going. Planetary logistic stations are incredible. They allow you to modularize and diversify your builds so easily. I've got so many blueprints made up from previous builds that just work so well. For example, bang, you got something that's got 2 ingredients and 1 output, you put this down, you're making it. It is so straightforward. Once you've got the towers built, they are able to move items around the planet fairly quickly and with quite a lot of modularity, right? Like they're pretty easy to move stuff around. To that end, I've made myself a little blueprint. This one over here. Oh, it looks like I missed a power pole somewhere. Okay, cool. I made myself this little blueprint. It uses the drone ports, but there is a version of it available in the blueprint book that does not use the drone ports if you'd like to hand feed it. The idea behind this is that we want to produce everything that the towers require to live, okay? So the towers over here need steel, they need titanium, they need processors, and they need particle containers. So we're going to make everything except for some of the very basic stuff like magnetic coils and circuits in this build. It's kind of like a bootstrap from the ground up kind of situation. Now, we also make the drones here, because the towers are mostly useless without them. You can use them to pick up items from the map view, but we'll get into that in a minute. But we already make the drones, so I'm going to take them out of this blueprint. I'm just showing you what the blueprint looks like when it's fully devised, right? We also already make the CPUs, so we don't need those. In fact, we don't need the thrusters either. We will need this box that brings in the steel for there. We won't need these because like I said, we make the components we need already for that run. That's pretty cool. We won't need this belt either because we don't need to move the CPU cores down to the machines either. It's pretty handy. So in fact, we can actually just replace all of that with another box over here, which would hypothetically take this. And I would just want to constrain how many CPUs we bring in here. Processors. I'm going to call them CPUs. Listen, I'm sorry. It's just how it is. And you would be requesting from other distributors there as well. And then you'd be importing into the tower. So that would take care of this. And this box over here brings in the steel, so that takes care of this. This box over here brings in titanium ore, if we have it. And this box over here brings in titanium, once again, if we have it. And it puts it into this guy, if we have it. So that takes care of that. Then, of course, we got to make these things. The particle containers, the purple boys. Now, the purple boys are pretty nifty. They take the electromagnetic turbines and copper. Okay, copper is going to come in over here. Easy peasy. That's a different one. We're going to look at that in a second. Electromagnetic turbines we're just going to make on site. We use gears and, I believe, iron plates and magnetic coils to turn into the engines. The engines are then turned into the turbines. Turbines get put in there. Bob's your uncle, you've got half your ingredients, or a third of them anyway. Over here is graphene. That's something we're going to have to manufacture today using a whole bunch of clever belts and whatnots. But there we go. This is going to be our build. Once we make the particle containers, we can build everything else pretty easily. So let's go ahead and rip all this up. We don't need it no more. Let's take that down to the base and plop it down in the center so we can start cooking up some of those ingredients. And I think it'll fit right over here, quite comfortably, in fact. We'll snuggle it in between these wind turbines. Perfect. Okay, grand. So there we go. Everything's going to start getting delivered, and we'll see this thing spring to life. But once again, we are not going to be able to produce these just yet. And I don't know how much we have in the way of titanium ore. I don't imagine it's too much. We got about 100 or so there. Remember that gets cut in half because it takes 2 ore to make 1 pure titanium. So that is going to be a little bit of a slow point. But that's okay. That's okay. We can make it happen. Everything else is coming in nicely. We are, of course, waiting on the graphene because we haven't made it yet. But we have set up some stuff to do that. I've been a very busy boy. I have been a busy bee indeed. This is not the right build. I need to go over this way. There we go. We need to produce tens of thousands of refined oil per second. And I know what you say. You're saying, Miles, I am but a humble worm. How could I ever do such things? These are above my station. I am uncomfortable with the thought of such endeavor. Well, don't worry about it because I've done them for you. Here they are. This is the oil refining build, which is already, again, findable in here. It is the oil multiplier. So oil multiplier, pretty straightforward. We take this tileable, as I'm sure you can imagine. There's just 12 of them, I think, stacked up in a row. You take the standard oil cracking recipe, which is the one that's like 2 seconds for every oil, and it gives you refined oil and hydrogen. You then take that hydrogen, refined oil, and a little bit of coal, which is coming in down the middle line here, from all the way down there. You take that in and you just basically turn all of it into refined oil. So it takes your regular oil and with a bit of coal and turns it all into 100% grass-fed refined oil. And that's what we've got building up here. We've already got, what's that, 20,000, 22,000 over there, another 23,000 over here, and that's only been cooking for maybe 10 minutes. I built that off camera, so pretty handy. Now, how are we going to power all of this? Well, fret not, my child, for I have another blueprint for you. The solar tile, that's right. Solar tile goes right over there. Put one over there, you put one over there, and bada bing, bada boom, you've got a tileable, expandable power network you can take advantage of. Now, where do you get your solar from? That is an excellent question. Solar panels in this game are made using, I think it's 10 copper, 10 silicon, 5 electronic components. We had all of those things over here, minus the components, which I'm just bringing in with the drones. And so I'm just stealing some silicon off of our stone line, the one that makes it, and some copper, and it's getting made over here. And that's been going for a little while, and we've already got a bunch of panels. Look at that. So let's go lay down some power, and then let's go get some chemistry done. Alright, I don't want to get too close to the hive, but there we go. We've now got a long snail trail of solar panels reaching pretty much halfway around the planet. No, not even. Maybe we're about 20% of the way. It takes quite a lot of these things to do it, but they produce an insane amount of power when they are all in the sunlight. And of course, if you band the entire planet with solar, then you always have solar power, right? Doesn't matter whether it's night or day, because it'll be day somewhere. This is the alcoholics mentality for power production. It's always 12 o'clock somewhere.
Isn't happy hour anytime?
Yeah, that is indeed a pretty cool sight. Gotta love that entire run. Okay, cool. So we've got all of that stuff done. We've got the towers cooking, kind of. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some graphene made. Now, there's a couple ways you can go about this. It's a pretty versatile resource, but the one we're going to have to go with is the standard recipe, which is going to be energetic graphite, and it's going to be sulfuric acid. Now, sulfuric acid, how do we make that? We make that with refined oil, stone, and water. Okie dokie. And I think that this spot right over here is going to be perfect. We can turn this coal into energetic graphite, and we can bring in stone from, there's a stone place over there. Yeah, and our refined oil's right here. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Okay, let me lay down some foundation, and we're going to set up a few buildings. Okay, let's start the process with water gathering. I think that's going to be our first one. In order to do this, we just need to draw a straight line of water pumps over here. So 13 of them will saturate a green belt on their own. But hold on, let's actually see. I might do a little wibbly wobbly here just because the line's a bit messed up. We can do, so that's going to be 6 there. And then we would need another, the man can count. He promises we need another 7 to do. That's 13, and I want 2 belts of this. And then, oh, we're so close. Come on. That's 13. That's 13. There we go. All right. So these are going to feed water. We're going to go like this. You come out a bit so you can fit power poles between them. Perfecto. All right. And then you're going to come out of this guy. And you're going to go to, let's go to like there. Yeah. All right. And then just link him up. Alright, cool. So that gives us the water. We know where we're getting the stone, and we know where we're getting the refined oil. So let's go ahead and, well, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and bring in our stone? Let's go get it. We can all just plug everything in one big go. Okay, I know I'm going to need 2 green belts of stone coming this way. So let's just lay them down now. Okay, cool. There we go. We've got a big old flow. Oh man, that's gonna be a lot of stone. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. All right, cool. So the stone's gonna flow down here. The water's over there. We got the oil over there. Let's put down our blueprints. Now, of course, once again, all of this comes from the holy book, the sacred texts. We've got them right over here. We've got the basic builds. We've got the oil refining, sulfuric acid. Bang, boom. So we're going to throw down, I think I want 2 of these, to be completely honest. So let's give ourselves a bit of space to fit in some towers when we want to modularize later. But I think 2 sulfuric acid builds is going to be plenty. I think that'll definitely get us started. And then, of course, we're going to want to feed these into storage tanks so that we can have a whole bunch of them. Whole bunch of sulfuric acid saved up. And what am I building all this by myself for, like some kind of peasant, man? We can hire people for that. Elon Musk doesn't design cars, he pays people to say that he designed their cars, man. That's what we gotta be doing, come on. Think with your brain, Miles. Alright. So, next up, we have an order of operations here. We are going to be using the most stone, the second most refined oil, and the third most water. So water goes on the outside line, because these things do have to physically travel. So like, if this has a move speed of 1, if you move it over 3 belts, it takes 3 seconds to move that wine item over those 3 belts. You get the idea? Okay, cool. I think we're gonna want to get a big old tank of water in between here. We'll put that right up against this. Just like that. Yes, this will work. Okay. So the water here is going to... Oh, it's going to double back on itself a bit here. I want to reverse this path. I want this to come... Yeah, basically like this. That's kind of what we want that to do. And then you're fine. You're going to go to here and then into there. So where's this going now? Flip that around. You come into there. Although this is all going to be a bit confused. You go into there. You get flipped. Awesome. And then you link up there. I think we're fine. Is everyone flowing? We'll find out once they stop backing up. Okay, then that 12 per second line is going to split into some 6 per second ones, which will be the outer rows. These ones here. Okay, then there's the stone. Stone's got to come in, and stone's going to go on the outer track. So we're going to split those into 2. Oh, yeah. It's got to be a splitter. Come on. Do 1 over here. 1 over here. This belt's going to have to move. Okay, stone check. Water check. Now we just need to bring in the refined oil, which is all over here. We have a green belt of refined oil coming in, so let's move another green belt through there. Fantastic. And then this is just going to have to go down there and get split up. I need to put down a splitter over here. 1 coming in there. This is going to be for this guy. And the other one coming over here for this guy. Perfect. Okay, refined oil's done. We are making sulfuric acid. Oh, it's all so easy once it's planned. Of course, while being planned, it's an absolute nightmare. Now, one thing to note, dear viewer, is that this is being recorded on the 31st of December. I know, I am very cool. I am playing computer games on New Year's Eve. But no, this is a bit of a problem because they are planning on nerfing the dark fog, meaning that our fog farm over here is going to suddenly be worth a hell of a lot less very shortly. In fact, let me fly over there and see what's going on. Looks like we got a lot of titanium somehow. What happened with that? So we got a bit of a blockage over here. Ah, this is not filtering for copper. That's probably a part of the problem. We got some titanium backed up, which is pretty cool. Okay, where's all my stuff? There we go. It's getting filtered. Oh, whoa, look at all of this. No, we can't unlock all this. Oh, what happened here? We can now see stuff we can't unlock? Interesting. I think that's because we've unlocked the recipe for it. Ah. Our base is not yet level 6, so we don't want to pick up any of this stuff when the time comes, except maybe microcrystalline components. Those would be pretty dope. We are about to hit level 6, so maybe let me get that set up now. You would be set up for microcrystalline components. That would be pretty sweet to store. Not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think we stop grabbing copper. Forget the little copper recycling. I think we just get silicon and titanium. Forget all this. Like, straight up, if you're gonna drop anything, you drop those 3 items and nothing else, okay? And please drop them, because Miles needs his resources. How much silicon we got? That's pretty good. Let's take that back to the... let's go make some more solar panels with it. Alright, but making sulfuric acid is one thing. It's not actually all that difficult. Making all this other stuff we've got to work on here is a little more tough. Let's go ahead and pick up this oil line. I'm going to run that a little bit further back, so we got more room to work with back over here. In fact, you know what? Let's get that as far around as we can. I'm going to put down my blueprint for graphene now, which I believe I've got here. Yeah, 12 per second graphene. There it is. Right over there. Some stuff's going to be in the way. Don't worry about it. I want 2 of them. Yeah, you are going to send sulfuric acid down that pipe. You are going to send sulfuric acid down that pipe. I now need to get my... Oh god, how am I going to do this? I got to get the energetic graphite into these belts in the middle and on the sides. I think the solution is to reverse the direction of the belts and bring it in the front. Because graphene is basically just energetic graphite plus sulfuric acid. I guess the idea is that you're sort of leaching out the parts you don't want, right? Sort of dissolving them. And just leave in the structure you require. Okay, so let's make our graphite. In order to do that, we would want just a basic smelting build, basically. Oh, I'd need a couple of these, wouldn't I? Yeah, I'd have to do it like that. Oh, hold on. I'm being a big old dum-dum. We don't actually need to put this over here. Okay, fantastic. This one should reverse path because we can just send these resources right over here. Let's try and be smart about this, right? We can take some over there, for sure. If we flip this around, this is going to be janky as all hell. This is what life without towers looks like. Alright, we got most of them in the right direction. I think we can fit the last one in the back there. At this point, you know, we got spaghetti, embrace it. Make it Alfredo. And voila, look at that, we've got graphene! We've got graphene! Oh, fantastic. It is being provided to other distributors. We've got graphene, it's being providing to other distributors. Oh, baby! Oh, baby, we got towers being made. That's it. That's the graphene segment done. Oh, okay. Somehow doing all of that at night, inexplicably. It just always seemed to be night when I was working. Alright, so we should now see the first particle containers being made, yes, and passed over to here. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's so fantastic. Okay, I can help a little bit with this. Let's grab a couple stacks of goodies and see if we can help out at all with them purples. Oh, there we go. We got enough in. The first tower is being made. And voila, it's done. Perfect. We have our first planetary logistics tower. I'm going to pop that down right over there and show you what we're working with. As you can see, there's a bit of a scale jump going on here. Damn, those things are big. Okay, so how do these work? You can supply, demand, or store 4 items of any kind. It can be a building, it can be a resource, it doesn't matter. It works for all of it, right? You put drones in here, you can have a maximum of 50 on these planetary towers. These cannot move resources between planets, but can move resources over the entirety of the planet. If you want to limit their range for whatever reason, you can do so with this. 180 means that it can go 180 degrees in either direction around the sphere from where it is, meaning it gets full planetary coverage. For example, 90 degrees would be that it only covers half of the planet it's on. I've never really played with this. I don't really see the point. The one thing I would recommend is maxing out the minimum load of drones. So I think these can currently transport 25 items. If you have it on 10%, they'll move 2 items. But they use the same amount of energy to make the journey as if they're fully loaded. So you always want that number to be maxed out. I don't know why it defaults to 10. I wish you could set the default in the settings or something to be 100. But it's okay. It doesn't work like that. We now have 2 towers, which means we can actually do something with them, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over here, and I'm going to say, okay, Mr. Blue Science, you are no longer welcome in these parts, okay? We pick you up, you are gone. Instead, well, we also pick you up because you're going to have titanium. That's going to be the real limiting factor on this whole operation. All right, we are going to put down one of our towers right over here. We are going to run a fast belt into the tower. It works just kind of like the mining machines do with the belts. I'm going to say, I want you to store blue science, and now you'll see it'll flow in over there. Nice and easy, right? Let's give it some power so it can charge up. And I'm not going to give him any drones. I don't need this thing to be sending resources. We just need resources to be collected from there, right? When you've got like a billion copper and iron flowing in from all your different planets, then you can worry about doing like having a bunch of stuff set. I don't bother with it. Okay, you can have it like you can put drones and everything, but I am being fairly frugal at the moment. So we're going to put this over here. You're going to get one of these. Fantastic. And I want you, maximum load of drones, remember that. Another little feature is you can actually interact with these from the map view, which is pretty cool. You can have a full load of drones. I want you getting as much science as you need. You are going to bring in blue science. You're going to demand it. You'll now see that these ships will go up and fly towards that tower. If there were drones in that tower, they would leave from that tower as well. But these guys are all going to go up one by one, fly over there, and pick up the resources that they want. I want you to bring out the blue science and move forward. And that's how you do it. So you can then set your filters 1, 2, 3. If you save it as a blueprint with just the number selected without an option selected, it will remember that, which is really handy. I'll show you how we use that in a second. So there we go. So blue science is now being told that, hey, I want you coming out of there. Let's see if it's able to handle that. Okay, so there come the drones. They've dipped into that tower. They've come out looking nice and blue. And now they're going to dip into this tower. And you'll see they'll deposit it into this inventory. Hey, and our first transit was 161 meters. It's like the worst belt imaginable. But there we go. Now we've got blue science coming through here. So let's say I go ahead and fire up a research. Why don't we learn how to make organic crystals? We're going to have to make those today anyway. So let's go ahead and learn how to make organic crystals. Those are going to, as you can see, the red science is being slurped up, but oh, nothing's coming out here. Well, I want you to now demand red science, okay? And we're going to give you a belt that allows you to take red science out. We're going to put that over here. Oh, but nothing's coming in. Well, why is that? Well, there's two ways we can do it. Number one, we could run a belt like this, which just plugs red science into this machine and runs it through. And then this tower would basically act like a buffer, right? Which I'll do for now, just so that we can connect our research back up. Or what we could do is go set up another tower down by red science and then have a little bit of traffic flow between the 2 points. Now, our red science belt is a little bit longer than the blue one, so the transit time is going to be a little bit longer. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to move that guy out the way, and we're going to say, okay, you are getting a tower right over here. And you know what? Why don't we run the stone through the tower too? I don't see any reason not to do that. Let's go ahead and put this right over here. I'm going to give it a bit of a buffer situation, right? Yeah, you're going to bring in the red science. Excuse me. You need to connect up. Thank you. There we go. Red science comes in. Stone goes in there. And then, oh, what's that? Nothing's moving before and back. That's fine, because I want to set up stone. We're going to say store. I don't want you shipping stone out of here. That's just going to be a buffer. And I want you to supply red science. Again, you're not going to get any drones. Okay, stone can come out there. Stone can come out there. Red science can come out there. Oh, except, no, it can't. What am I doing? We don't want to do that. We want to pick up this belt so we can get the space back, don't we? There we go. Suddenly, it's all starting to make sense, and I can put my stone in here too. Yay. But yeah, now we've got this tower, which is a hell of a lot more exciting if you ask me. So let's go ahead and get this one set up. Okay, I know I'm going to want water elsewhere, and I know that this build doesn't nearly consume as much as we're producing, so we're going to put water on the tower network. Right now, water is distributed indefinitely and forever. This is a providing tower, so I want it to be having some drones, right, so we can move more quickly. This tower is going to actually not provide stone, but demand it, so that if we have any stone coming in from elsewhere, I know I need sulfuric acid working all the time. I want to be bringing that stone into here. Obviously, for now, we're just going to provide it with a belt. We could potentially shortcut this distance here. If I wanted to get these, if I wanted to reclaim these belts, if I wanted to do this all with drones, I could, but it's much cheaper to just do it with belts power-wise. Okay, so we want to move that stone then out into these. Same as before. It's actually so much neater, isn't it? There we go. Stone goes out, and then water goes out. And just like that, not only is stone now being requested here, but water is also being. What we could do is also set up a demand for refined oil. So we didn't have to do it with this belt, which would be kind of nice, to be completely honest with you. And that could maybe come out up here. Yeah. Could come out right over there. And then just transition like so. Yeah, like that. Okay, I'm shy on towers because we are out of titanium, but ooh, I've got a way to fix that. Do we have any in here? 78, that'll do it. That'll make us 2 more. My other options are then to scrounge around on the floor like a dog man and pick up all of the large boulders I can find on the planet. They will have about 20 titanium apiece, so every 4 or 5 large boulders gives me another big piece, another big tower I can work with. Okay, lovely, there we go. A couple extra towers available to us now, and we've got the refined oil moving the way I want it to be moving. Okay, cool. That is going to diversify our streams a little bit. Then I know I need sulfuric acid on the line. And why am I doing all of this now? Well, it's because I'm working towards making the organic crystals and plastics. In order to do that, we are going to need nothing, actually. We've got everything we need on the line. I just need to go to my red science over here and put, yes, that's right, hydrogen and energetic graphite on the tower network. Now, there's a part of me that's thinking that's 2 towers very close together this early in the game. I think we're going to hate this. I think we pick this lad up. I think we just let this connect, right? And I think we move the red signs down and plug him into here. Yeah, you will supply hydrogen and energetic graphite, and you will supply red science, and you will get some drones, because that's actually going to be a pretty handy one. Let's upgrade these belts so they move 12 per second, and then we can just link up. Okay, so hydrogen over there, and energetic graphite over there. Much more streamlined. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, got a little bit janky for a second there, but I was able to move the sulfuric acid and the graphene onto a tower as well. They're on the network now. They basically just loop back around and squiggle around each other. We are now officially five tiles high on the sulfuric acid belt. I think that's a new record for myself. I don't typically do that much weaving. This game is very, very funny, though. You gotta love it. Okay, so we've also managed to fill up our tower of refined oil, which is excellent because we are about to use a whole bunch more of it. We now need to get into the manufacture of plastic. Now, plastic manufacturing is easy enough to do, but I would really, really, really prefer to just do it with my towers. We know it's a 2-in-1-out recipe. It requires energetic graphite and it requires refined oil. This machine right here would literally be perfect for it. I just need to go get some more towers. Now, in order to get more towers, I need more titanium. I can just sit around here with my thumb in my hands and wait for the dark fog to do it, or I can manually go and claim a bunch of rocks in order to get the titanium the old-fashioned way, right? Digging it out of the ground myself. Alternatively, we could do a super danger run to another dark fog planet, set up a quick mining station, and attempt to extract some quick titanium. That sounds pretty fun, I agree. But I do want to at least get this cooking. Oh my god, I just flew into their hive. I didn't even notice. Also, if you're wondering what these little ships flying around me are, we'll cover that in a second. Don't worry. I do not want to lose all the stuff on me, so we are going to have to spend some metadata to reassemble. Next time is a little more pricey. 55 more titanium and a little trickle of silicon. Okay, nothing too crazy. Alright, so some of these rocks should have the good in them. That one was just stone. Kind of hard to tell which is which. I think if they have 12, then that's the stuff you want. Yeah, there we go. That one had a bit of silicon in it. Okay, I need to go pick up some rocks, I guess. Alright, so where is the titanium in the solar system? So fear, look, there's alternative resources for silicon, but not for titanium. So fear is not an option for that. Aha! But John Hall over here absolutely is. 10 million titanium available capture right across the way, and it's a real quick jump with the seed we've got. That's not why I chose it. I chose it just because it seemed fun to have two planets this close together. But man, that's definitely tempting, isn't it? Yeah, let's do a little bit of an expedition. That sounds fun. Oh yeah. It's not going to be a permanent settlement. It's literally just going to be to go over to get enough resources to make some more towers over here. But I'm gonna prepare for the expedition. Give me a second here. Is that it? Is that really all I need? We could get the missile turret set up, but I don't really want to piss off the space hive. If you start using missiles, the threat factor increases very rapidly. It's a little scary, to be completely honest. So I kind of want to avoid that particular battle for as long as possible. We can put away the water pumps. We don't need any more of those. Mining machines. Definitely need more mining machines. And you know what? I'm going to take some extra furnaces just in case. Alright, I mean, I reckon that's going to be as much as we need. Give me that. Give me that. Leave all this behind. Last check here. Don't think we've got anything we, like, sort of have to get rid of right now. I will take a little bit more foundation with me, I suppose. It doesn't hurt. Alright, and then I guess we're going to infinity and beyond. Ooh, a little bit dicey. We're going over to John Hall. Okay. Set my target. Oh no, what a journey. How will we ever make it? And we've already burned through our titanium crystals there. So the way those work is it's hydrogen and titanium together make the crystal. Oh, it's pretty much a full energy bar to blast off into space at this point. Yeah, I don't want to get too close to them. In fact, we want to get some pretty decent distance. And oh, look at that. 4 titaniums in a pile. That's us. Universe exploration unlocked. Damn right it is. Alright, let me quickly mine this all up. And we're going to put this in boxes. Okay, I know how crazy it sounds, but I'm actually not going to turn anything on until we're completely set up. Like, we've got every building ready, we've got every piece of power manufacturing ready, because the second we turn things on, we start building threat, right? Like, just for being here, we got 13. The second, and I do mean the second we start consuming power, that number goes up. Did we get stuff for every building we place as well? Doesn't look like it. Okay. But we should be able to upgrade our bullets now, right? We can go up to titanium ammo? Yeah, it's regular ammo plus titanium. Well, guess what we've got on this planet right here? Oh, hold the front door. Maybe this is where we farm the fog. Yeah, because the home planet's it's getting a little crowded. I think I kind of want to clear that one out and rather farm these hives over here. And with 2 of them closer together, we'd be able to get a lot more resources. We could put like a couple of signal towers, maybe we could build like a little front here in like a wedge shape. Get all our gathering done in the middle. That could work. We would have to clear out. Are there only 2 bases on this planet? Yeah, there's 2 bases on this planet. Okay, I see. They both show up here. I understand now. Alright, so that would be the copper. So the first thing we need to set up is weapons manufacturing. Absolutely. Nice, we got titanium ammo box. Cool. I'm actually going to put down a tower smelting recipe here. We're going to do a super titanium smelt. We're going to do 3 of them. We're going to do 1. We're going to do... move him back a bit. Do 2 over there. And hold on, actually, I need to be more intelligent about how I'm doing all this. Let me lay this out properly. If I produce power, does that draw threat? Let's find out. That's the equator, right? Yeah, nice. So we would put this right there. Tile that out. And let's see if that pisses them off. No, it's okay. It's the consumption of power that aggroes them. Understood. Oh, and there we go. We're immediately building threat. Look at that. That was quick. You know, we could go full crazy mode here and do a 72 per second build from the get-go. We don't have the research. We don't have the research for it. But man, that would be kind of funny though, wouldn't it? Oh, that would be pretty good. Okay, let's just go ahead and put down a completely reasonable 36 per second smelter. Oh man, that's a lot of iron. In fact, we're gonna go up here because we're probably gonna have a second one at some point. We're gonna put this over. I'm gonna put that right over there. Okay, don't build it just yet. Then we need to get quite a large number of these things. Actually, I do need towers to get started if I want to do it like this, don't I? Which is kind of stupid. Okay, let's get a basic build then going. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get a couple of basic smelters set up here. One for titanium, which will be this one, and one for copper, which will be this one. We can pull this up and do it with belts properly, and do it with towers properly later. It's way too early to be doing these big tower builds. We'll come back and do it properly. Right now, we just need to get enough to get started, right? This is the bootstrap. This is the bootstrap. I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll do that next time. As you can see, the first attack is already looking a little imminent, isn't it? Okay, where are they going to attack first? They're going to attack over here. Oh god, they're going to attack from there and from there, maybe? Oh man, I don't know. It's going to be spicy. Okay, oh my god, look at that. Look at the volume of titanium. It's more than we've ever even seen before. I don't even know what to do with myself here. Now, missiles would be a pretty handy thing to have access to at the moment, but I am a stupid and I forgot to make them before we did this. Meaning, of course, that we now have a rather decided lack of directional defense. With missiles, you can just put down signal towers and they'll shoot whatever's near them. With bullets, well, you gotta be able to see what you're shooting at, right? That's a rather famous disadvantage of direct line firearms. So we are going to grab a very quick and dirty basic build, basic assembling. Give me the old. Sure, we'll do the 2-in-1 out. Why not? We could make missiles here, but that's going to require me to make like, oh my god, so many pieces. I can't do it. Instead, we just do this, and we just forget the side row here. It's fine. We don't need it. This will be making the bullets. We are rapidly running out of time here. You will be making these bullets, and then I want to make the titanium bullets after that. You know what? Just do full speed. Okay, and this is actually going to be a 2-speed one. Remember that whole thing I went on about how, oh yeah, we're definitely going to be doing this as 2 separate. We'll plan it all out, and then we'll not get shot. And then how's that working out for you, buddy? Hey buddy, hey pal, how's that working out for you? Because it sure looks like you're about to get shot. Okay, there we go. We got our first titanium bullets. We're now shooting those. These seemingly will do more damage, I hope, dear God. We need to figure out where we're going to be attacked from. This is gonna be a big wave. Oh god. They're going to swarm me. I can see them. I can see them swarming. I can see them swarming. They are going to go for... This batch is gonna go blow up my solar panels, and this batch is gonna come blow up these. So let's go ahead and route some of this around. Oh, here it comes. Okay, where are they attacking? Yep, they're blowing that up. Who could have seen that coming, huh? Okay, well, we're going to finish setting up these defenses first, because I'm over here now. Oh, no, they split up into two. Okay, they did come after this after all. Blast him. Blast him. Hell yeah. Got my damn solar panels, you piece. Okay, so that was one attack, but not the other. Got another 600 belts with me over here. I think we'll be fine with this. I just want to put down a couple more of these turrets while we can. Yeah, because look at that. See, they're coming over here now. Let's just give you a few more options. And they're attacking over there, I'm sure. Okay, titanium ammo is flowing. Fantastic. Now I think we just run our line even further down, and we take the fight to the fog on this planet. Ah, damn it, I pulled aggro. My bad, my bad. Are the items arriving? They are arriving. They are arriving. It's kind of hard to see with the build grid up. There we go. That's what we want. Alright, cool. That takes care of one of them. And I'm going to put down a couple of these signal towers over here to try and draw aggro as well. They should work like that. I think that's how they work. Yeah, change the direction of an attack and increase the unit assembling speed. Basically, there you go. Right, and then we continue it down, and we set up a similar thing next to the other one. And this isn't necessarily just to farm them, although that is a nice byproduct. In fact, we can go ahead and set up something for that. Hold on. I'm actually going to use the big tanks for this one, too. And we're just going to store whatever they give us. Which right now is really not much, right? Yeah, it's like 3 things. Ah, crap. And I am, in fact, out of belts, so I'm going to have to use the more expensive ones, which hurts a little, but not too bad. Oh, you know what would be so great here if we just do this. There we go. Put that guy right over there. Oh, and we've drawn aggro. Build 11 Gauss turrets then. And already we're farming. Look at that. Alright, cool. That should keep them suppressed, at least for a little bit here. And hopefully, it'll be enough to keep us alive. You know what? I don't actually want to be farming them here. I kind of just want to keep them from destroying my factories. So we'll just do it like this. Okay, what's the holdup here? Looks like we seemingly need more copper than we can currently produce. Well, it should back up a bit, right? Yeah, that's definitely backing up. Okay, cool. We're fine. We're fine. Okay, that was the ammo build, which means we can now put down an actual smelting build, right? Like, that was just to get us started here. Let's, I'll need to grab this basically. Oh, pretty much, not even basically. Like, I need to grab this exact build over here. Say use now. And we're going to set up a little smelter for it right over here. But this needs to be doubled up because it is a 2-second recipe, not 1. And all the belts get an upgrade because I am out of materials. Okay, there we go. There's our super titanium smelter. I think I've got too many of them though. So this is a 2-second recipe, right? So 3 items produce 1.5 per second. So 6 of these produce 3 titanium per second. This would be 6 per second. That would be, I want to say 12 per second. That would be 9 per second. That would be 12 per second. But this belt wouldn't be enough because it consumes 2. Yes. So I need 2 of these green belts to supply. Okay, so 1 green belt produces 6 per second. Oh, I see my problem. Okay, I mean, this stuff is cooking. This stuff do be cooking pretty quickly here. This needs to be a junction. Well, this is never going to work out. Okay, it's a little overbuilt, but whatever, who cares? It's fine. It's just wasting some furnaces, we can make more furnaces, and we can come. We're gonna tear all this down and do it again with towers in a second anyway, because that way you don't have to worry about balancing belts, because it just produces at the correct rate, right? It's amazing. I love it. Oh, and look at that. We've actually got ammunition backing up. Oh, baby, that's the good stuff right there. All right, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for 2,000 titanium. You're damn right I am. Yes, yes, just like that. That's how I want it done. I'd say there was a pretty successful little mission out here into the stars. It's kind of insane, though, that just with this little bit, we were actually making enough overnight. How much does the wind turbines produce here? It's, okay, they are 50% stronger on this planet. So we may not have access to geothermal, but, I mean, wind is pretty beefy over here, apparently. Hey, listen, you're gonna hate this, but I need to set up a bit of a buffer situation here. So we're going to set up a few more of these splitters, and I'm just going to run these forward. And that's so that when I come back here, I can just get a disgusting amount of titanium in one fell swoop. Because the nice thing is you can like click here and then take some, and click here and take some, and I can take that one there, and I can take this one here, and you can move things around pretty well, as long as you do not, for the love of God, press E while you've got stuff hanging on your cursor. Oh, you can't press E. Okay, there used to be things you couldn't press. Looks like we can press some things now, which is nice. Alright, but let's fly this home, and then that, unfortunately, is going to be all the time we have for today. Man, Fear is looking significantly more janky compared to that other place already, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, unfortunately we didn't really get to explode with the towers today like I wanted to, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave this running off camera for a little bit while we wait for some more of our bits and pieces to come together. But I will be seeing you all in the next one. This has been a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying this playthrough. I hope you have too. I'm completely out of time. I have to go off and do actual New Year's plans. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year, and I will be seeing you all. Well, it will be the New Year by the time you see this, I suppose. So I hope you've had a wonderful New Year, and let me know how it's been down in the comments. Until then, everybody, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Whoop. Cheers. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?